And we're live! Magic power.
Bacock, motherfucker!
My own version of that. Motherfucker! I sound more like a parrot when I say it. Oh, goodness. All right. She didn't know it at the time, but Kat pulling double duty this morning.
Like an hour before.
Tiny Scribe, hello, hello. The Devon, not a stream without the Devon. And Alice, good morning, good morning. Where'd it go? There we go. Master Singo, hello. And Sage, hello, darling. There is no one new at this time, but in case there pops up one later, would y'all like to introduce yourselves?
I'm Jayce. I write and I game and I edit and I'm in pain.
It's just sad.
I told you we were a bunch of rocks today.
I'm Kat, and I'm pretty sure technically, because I just keep filling the cup even more, I think I drank like half a pot of coffee. So yeah, and I write things, but currently I'm organizing things because I wanted to organize my books.
It's just a random want.
No, I've actually wanted to do this for a while, but then I was like, you know what, I'm finally gonna do it.
The want became the need.
Yeah, and then so one of the books I discovered by doing this is actually book 6 in a series that I like, but I got it in a subscription box, and I didn't know this was like the 6th book in a series.
So you gonna get rid of it, or are you gonna go buy 1 through 5?
I have no clue. I haven't decided yet.
All right, I'm Amber Craft. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Hello, greetings, salutations, hola. I also write the things, and one of my written things is coming out February 9th, Unknown Family. And I do podcasts when the internet wants to let me put them up. Hopefully the one from last weekend will come up today, because I spent the entire day editing it, and it actually worked. So finally, now after this stream, if I can just get the other 5 days of the cover reveal to work, we'll have that edited and up too. So yeah, at some point today there will be episode 5 of the Afterthought podcast coming up. That's usually the second Saturday of every month. And then I'm here every Sunday with all of you, all my friends. I love you. And I think that's it.
All of me?
All of my friends. You and your 2 cats.
Well, the 2 that are on the camera.
Yeah. That's what I said. They're always here with me. So there you go.
But yeah, my back is like super aching. I think during the first sprint, what I'm going to be doing is using the foam roller.
Do you know why it's in pain? Did you sleep on it wrong?
I have no idea.
We had a Lauren come in. Hello, hello. Cat not kidding. And I can't remember what hashtag we came up with for Jayce. Jolly Jayce. Alright, I'm with Kat. When you find a book series you're missing entries, you're like, oh, these shell kisses. Yeah.
The worst is when you've like read a book and you find out that it's later in a series and you're just like, what the? But now I've got to.
Okay, yeah, but I've never read a series where you had to read it in line where I didn't realize quite honestly within the first 2 chapters that it was like in a series. You're like, there's things missing here.
It's happened to me with with 2 series. With one of them, I read book 2. I didn't realize it was a book 2, and it was annoying when I found out that it was a book 2.
What's really annoying is I one time read a series that every book was written by a different author. So the books, for some reason, the library must not have realized. So you actually had to search the library to find all the books because they didn't put them together like they were supposed to.
Your own little Easter egg hunt.
It's like, are you? And then I was like, are you aware that I actually read book 3? She's like, what do you mean? It's book 3.
The second series that got me was the Fred Saberhagen Sword series, because I read the first book of Swords and then I read the second book of Lost Swords, and I was like, what the hell? What happened in between these books? It turns out that it's a trilogy and then a series. And so I read book 1 of the trilogy and book 2 of the series after it.
So basically, you read The Lord of the Rings before you read The Hobbit. That's how I'm making that in my head understandable. Hello, Spence. I have a bot in Twitch. Go me.
I haven't got one of those in a while.
Ban you. Ban you, damn you.
Baram you.
Hello, Spence. Hello, CB. I was like, oh Lord, want to be famous. Time to go to Twitch. Okay. I get very annoyed when books and series don't say on the cover that they're in a series, because I'm not going to read the first 2 chapters in the store before I buy the book.
Mm-hmm.
True. That's why I state, like, Gods of Karina series, because you don't have to read them in order, and I'm not writing them in order. I know that for a fact. But, like, it doesn't matter because each character has its standalone book. And so it's okay.
So somebody I know read a book series that's actually multiple book series, but here's the problem is some chapters actually don't, like, the chapters are out of timeline order in some cases.
That's just
so you
bad
actually
all
have to
around.
rip the entire series apart and reorganize it. So to properly read it in order, you have to read like books. Like she's like, I had to read book 12 before I could read book 2, and then I had to read this book before this book. But then I had to stop halfway through this book so I could go read this book before I could finish this book to have the correct order.
It's like it's like a bad create your own Goosebumps book.
It's like, why would you do this? There's like 3 series like that, and they're all interwoven.
Well, you would figure out who was dedicated really quick.
Apparently, it's so bad the author actually has a sheet on their website on how they're supposed to be read.
But
exactly.
Put them in order.
That's like the most horrible free writing experience and laziness put together.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can describe that as is very bad free writing. That's horrible. Why would you do that to people you want to buy your book?
Yeah, right. I have no clue what book it was, but I know it's horrible.
I think those can be read out of order, though, CB. I don't remember. I read them, but I don't remember.
So, the books, The Babysitter's Club I know can, Nancy Drew can be read out of order, Party Boys can be read out of order, because there are some books that are literally designed as, like, series.
Yeah, that's what standalone in a series means, is like with my books. You can read them in any order you want. It just depends on which book as to which little bit of another character you're going to get from another book. But each book is standalone. because it's one big world that happens, and you could read them in order. Once I get three or four books in, I will put their order up on my website every time if you wanted to read them in order, but you don't technically have to and still enjoy the story. CB says, I'm quite frankly astounded that the author and publisher hasn't been sued multiple times for that. Me too. I don't know what we'd sue them for, but they do need to be sued for something. Confusion of the mind. Sue them well. All right, let's get this going. It is the 10, now it's the 11. Yeah. All right.
Could you repeat that sound?
No.
Yeah.
Don't make fun of me because I've been making weird noises all morning. This is me. Love me or hate me, this is me. I'd say for selling an inferior product. Yeah. All right. In 3, 2, 1, go. Oh man, I don't think I put the volume on. Boom!
Did that boom?
I'm not sure because I had my YouTube muted. Did it boom for everybody?
No.
Okay. It would help if I actually like unmuted the site so I would know if it boomed.
A boom, 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 boom.
That was just a wasted boom. A waste of a boom. Okay. So we're just gonna unshare that and we'll share it back with the volume in a minute. My bad. Look at me. I already screw it up today. Jesus. God. Hey, at least I was here on time, right? Counts for something.
Yes.
Not for much, but it counts for something. Nobody ask you phone, quit piping in. Alright. So while we were gone, the lovely Sage had to bounce. I hope they get to feeling better. But yes, remember, stretch, hydrate, back up your work, and Hulk smash that like button. Just don't break it. HK came in. So happy you were sprinting. Needed something to help me keep focus on translating. I don't know how you're translating before you publish. That would just frustrate me to no end that I had one more step to do on top of just doing the damn book. I commend you for that.
Is it just one step? Wouldn't you have to format the translated edition?
Yeah.
See,
It wouldn't line up the same?
yeah, you would. Now I couldn't do it anymore. That would be like me trying to translate the entire book into Choctaw. Like that would take long enough in itself since it's not a normal language that's like figured out on Word. And then no, I'm good. I think I'll stick to English. Penumbra came in. Hello, love. And Rad Girl, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello. So I was on DK's within the chat with her last night, and she was up really late. So she's been burning the midnight oil. So she said just started writing workday today. Totally drained from last night and Friday, I can imagine. And yep, no boom. Oh my god, it's weird to hear Jayce's voice. I've never heard his voice before.
Me? My voice? Oh. I've been on these streams like a lot in the past like 6 months.
Just like, Jayce is my main homeboy.
Homo boy.
That too. 175 words, and this is a spoiler. I heard Thanos utter the word, I am inevitable. He clicked his fingers and nothing happened. I replied, and I am Iron Man. Alice spent time looking for scholarships. Nice. Penumbra got 173. Yeah, Rago, you can hear him telling stories on his channel. Oh yeah, not everybody may have seen Endgame. This is true. I didn't even ask. How did everybody do in my screens?
My roommate gave me food, so I ate that and discovered that I own books 1, 4, 5, 7, and 8 of a series. But here's the thing. I've read the entire series.
You've read the entire series, or what you thought was the entire series?
No, I have, well, up until, like, the book at that point. Because there were books published after that. Because I was like, oh yeah, at the time that I got these, because my stepmom couldn't find all of them.
Right.
for me. So she was just taking me to the library when I got to the next book that I didn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, I had them all. Or I would have already bought them.
Yeah, I've been like that with a couple series. Like I couldn't find them all because I will only buy at thrift stores, and yeah, I couldn't find some, so I'd be like, you know what, we're going to the library while we're waiting on finding it. It's fine. I'll get it later. What'd you do, Jayce?
I did back stretchy stuff.
Is it feeling any better?
A little bit. It's about maybe 75%.
So I opened up my email, and book 2 is officially now formatted. Everything is right. And so then I looked, and Alex like, oh yeah, I never got the blurb from you. And I was like, okay, let me go grab that. Went to Word. Went to where I have unknown family blurb. And I opened it up, and it somehow, at some point, my marketing manager's 3-month list for me got put in place of the blurb. I have no blurb. Can I tell you, I've had this blurb for 2 years. I don't remember anything past the first fucking sentence.
You have to re-blurbify?
Uh-huh. I mean, it's not like I don't know what happens in the book, but damn! So I just wrote the first sentence that I remembered in the last 3 minutes. It's literally the only thing I remembered. And I, of course, wasn't smart enough to save it anywhere else. Because I wrote that while we were moving. So, you know, smart me.
Smarmy.
Yeah. I'm so smart, dude. I could hit myself in the head right now. I wouldn't feel anything. Oh, Lord. Penumbra says, I have a friend that I read her Mandarin translations to English to help change her phrases and colloquialisms to sound more Western. Get them out for free means different things in the two cultures. I can see that in Mandarin. And Rad Girl didn't know that you can find Jayce on all the things. His link is down below for his channel. If you don't know, if you don't have that, go listen to him playing all the games and doing all the things. Tiny Scribe got 307. Spoilers are my I don't like to be handed things peeve. I get that on Heartland because we're always a season behind here instead of Canada, which is weird because we're like right there. But so I'll see something from the next season. I'm like, don't tell me that, especially when it's something big. Like there's a big thing happening this season that's being filmed right now. And I'm like, don't tell me. I don't want to know. I know it happens, but I don't want to know how. Stop it. One obsessive season show at a time. And right now, that's Discovery of Witches. Don't get me started on Heartland 2. 1, 4, 5, and 7. So you have the hopscotch version of the series.
I also have 8.
Well, you got to turn around at 8, so. Rare Girl says, I'm just hanging out until I go out with my brother. So until then, I'm working on my website. Awesome. Where are you going out with your brother to? Because Lord knows the list of things is significantly lower right now.
So very low.
And depending on what state, doesn't matter. Depending on what county in the state, it even matters. CB says, and it isn't a spoiler because I think Tony has that in the comics. Yeah. See, that's the first thing I did was checking my emails, but I don't think I ever emailed it to anybody or myself. I did check on my drive all of my backups where I sent it to betas. But I just sent them like, here's what I need from you, and then the story. I did not send the freaking blurb, so I don't know. I don't want to know what happens in WandaVision. I'm gonna binge watch it once season 1 is over. Yeah, it looks really interesting. But yeah, that's the way I do stuff. Like Curse of Oak Island, I will binge watch the whole season. I will not watch as it goes along. Okay, now I'm. What?
It's become so hard for me to watch a show weekly.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm like, no, I gotta watch it all at one time. That's just how this works now. Sorry.
Yeah, I have a similar thing where, especially if they do a hiatus in the middle of a season, I'm just like, there are times when I just don't go back to the show.
Exactly. A lot of people do that, and I think it's probably maybe even good for a series because of Corona, that people understood that they had to take one. So they were more willing to come back because it wasn't like the show just taking a hiatus.
One of the shows, I haven't actually watched the show, but I just keep track of it just because I'm invested in the series. And it's so Legacies. They just said that the season ended on the last episode that they had, and they're like,
Right.
okay, I guess we're starting the next season now. But it actually really worked pretty well with how they ended that episode that they had. I'm like, that actually works for you guys.
Makes you wonder if they knew it would work out that way if they ended it there versus if they had went one more episode, it might have screwed things up.
Yeah, so they might have actually already had the next episode done.
Mm-hmm.
They were just like, we're not going to release that yet.
Because the new episode would open up a new can of worms and leave things really just flapping in the wind.
Yeah, and then you would have had people leaving because of that, not understanding because of COVID. Yeah. I'm so jealous that y'all are going to head to a bookstore. None of ours are open. They're not essential. We just went up a tier. We were lower, and even though my daughter went back to school, we went up a tier as far as like the restaurants are closed again. Non-essential are almost all closed again. You can come in for like 15-minute wait limit. That's it. If y'all hear banging, the kid is trying to cook me breakfast. Sounds like all the pots are falling on her.
I really applaud the eating establishments that have been able to switch to pickup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because for them, things aren't quite so bad. They're still bad, but not as...
Well, we have 2 restaurants that are like fighting it because they say, for whatever reason, they say they can't do takeout. Like their food is not meant to do takeout. I'm like, dude, you can take cereal to go. What are you talking about? But apparently their food is not takeout worthy. And so they're fighting it, and they're like barely staying open, and yet they're having like 50. They started out at $5,000 a day fines, and I think they're up to 50 now because they've gone through 2 court battles and still refuse to close.
Why are brown?
Huh?
What color?
What color? What?
Egg.
Bread?
Egg. Is this fine?
Oh, brown. Yes. White or brown? What? Jesus. Okay. Eggs. Okay. I watched the first 2 episodes of Marble Legends yesterday. Awesome. And especially because we're behind a few seasons here. Yeah.
We're gonna get it if a chicken pops out of these.
Why would I get in trouble if a chicken popped out of the egg? I'm making her cook eggs, and she doesn't like eggs, so she's gonna kick me if a chicken pops out.
No chicken, you're safe another day.
Okay, there was no chicken. I am safe from her wrath. I don't know.
It didn't work like that.
This is my child. Well, we did just watch episode 2, season 2 of Discovery of Witches, and she makes the egg hatch. Like, yeah, she breathes life into it and makes it hatch. So I think she's got that in her head.
I'll give it.
I'm gonna go with that and say that's what it is. I could be very wrong. Let's hit the share audio button this time. How about that? I'm like so good with keeping time today, guys. All right, let's get this next one going in 3, 2, 1. Right for your lives.
When did I get them?
Okay. All
I was
right, all
letting-
right, all right.
I was letting you finish your air raid sirens because I know you like them.
Thank you. I know, I'm the weirdo. I like the air raid siren. The irate siren.
The irate sirens. That's just a bunch of Karens. Actually, it would be a band name. It would be a bunch of Karens, just angry. But they're singers too.
Could you imagine if Cherry Bomb was sung by the Karens?
Don't think I know that.
Cherry Bomb?
Unless I've heard it and just don't know the title.
Oh my god, how are you a child of your generation?
Well, what's the genre?
The Runaways. I don't want to get a copyright strike, so you can look it up online. It's the song that's most known for going cherry bomb.
I don't know that.
Let me find it on YouTube. Play. Get to them things. I can't find a good one. Oh, I got some live. You don't have to go look it up. Just go look up the Runaways Cherry Bomb.
Okay.
They're very loud and very screamy, and Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart did a remake of, or not a remake, but did a thing about their life.
Oh yeah, a movie.
Yeah.
That's what those things are called.
I haven't watched it, but I know they did it because I wanted to watch it. I may actually download that later, but yeah, they were a real good band. My mom used to listen to them a lot. That was her mad music.
If you said it was loud and screamy, then that's probably why I don't know it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, most of the music back then was. I mean, think of Van Halen. Did they ever not scream?
Are you talking about the 80s?
Yeah.
There's a lot of non-screamy music in the 80s.
I didn't say there wasn't. I said there was a lot of screaming music in the 80s and 90s. Let's see. So while we were sprinting, CB went and put the pizza in the oven and timer set. Back to writing. Red Girl lives in North Carolina, so things are. That's true. I didn't think about that. I hear about that from people at work. Things aren't as restricted in North Carolina. For the most part, all types of businesses are open except for a few. Some restaurants you can't eat indoors. They did check with the bookstore just to be sure, and it's open as long as you wear a mask. So that's cool. And the lovely Jules showed up. Hello, hello. And she came in with a boom because Devin must have hopped to another stream for a minute. None of my boomers went boom.
Okay, Boomer.
CB got 139. Gotta get the pizza out of the oven. What'd you do, Jayce?
I fell down the Pinterest rabbit hole.
It's a lovely place to be.
Yeah. And Kat, what were all the weird faces you were making?
Okay, so another book series I have. I own all of them, but I was like, where are the other two? Why don't I have those right over like on my this shelf? And then I'm like, wait a minute. So I was like, is it on my Kindle? No, it's on my Nook that I haven't touched.
Oh wait,
Or-
so you were trying to organize all the books not just on your bookshelf, but on your virtual bookshelves too?
Well, no, I thought I had those ones physical, and I
Oh, okay.
don't. I was like, where are these books?
You had me worried for a minute to say that's beyond organization into OCD, oh hell.
Not if she's trying to just catalog what she's read.
True, but she's trying to get books back on a shelf, and if she goes into the virtual side, we got problems on getting that to happen.
Also, part of the faces was like my Nook. Apparently, it's been so long since I've gotten to Barnes and Nobles that like I had to reset my password. Like, because it's been that long. It's been years since I got on there.
Oh goodness.
And then I was like, oh hey, I did own that book. Well, no, I have a physical copy. That's that thing. So yeah.
That's the thing. Alright. Yeah. Steven's doing the multiple things.
Kinky.
He said to multiple people, he said to multiple things. I made all the thumbnails for this week. Awesome. I'm glad everybody's getting some stuff done. Alright. I want to try to get bored today, so let's do... I'm leaving on a jet plane. I know when I'll go boom again. I don't think I did that in audio. Let's stop screen and try again, because I don't think I hit audio on that one. And then it just wouldn't be any fun. Okay. Alright, so let's get another one going and... Oh, pepperoni pizza. Don't make me jealous.
Let's get this going in pepperoni pizza.
And 3, 2, 1, go!
Nice.
No,
That is a
boom.
much bigger boon.
Wasn't technically a boom, but it's something. All right. How did we do?
We did.
My kid showed up in the stream. Hi, kid.
Your kid is high?
She's in the other room. I don't know. She said it showed up on her recommended. Oh, what did you do, Jayce?
Looking at more stuff.
Cat, I saw more books.
Yeah. There's still more books. After these 4 that I have up here, I have one more shelf on my actual bookshelves. I'm not counting the books I keep in here. But these ones I can add after I do the bookshelves. Because they stay in here.
Please tell me you're at least organizing them on the shelf as you go put them back up.
Oh no. They're all sitting in piles on the floor because I want to alphabetize them by author. So I have to have them all in before I can do that. That's part of the reason I'm doing the spreadsheet.
So yeah,
So I can just click a button and it will alphabetize it for me. Because I'm lazy.
I'd just like start the shelf and be like, okay, this is a B and that's a D. Okay. These are half put in. I'll figure the rest out.
I've also decided I will forever, if anybody offers me a Magic Tree House book, I will still accept it. Just give them all to me. I will give them all to me. I don't care how old I get.
So we had Eva come in. Hello, love. Devin said he is updating the playlist, so Jules is on there. Rad Girl asked about UPS or USPS, but mail tomorrow. I don't know. I know UPS and FedEx is running because they asked me if I would be at work. CB said UPS lost my clarinet when I got it for Christmas 5 years ago. Did you ever get it back? I'm afraid to ask. Rad Girl is waiting for a desk to come this week and hope it shows up tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow is a holiday technically. Martin Luther King. I jumped. Yeah, Kira has school, so she didn't know.
Wait, she has school tomorrow?
Mm-hmm. Technically, yes. Okay, so every Monday they don't actually go to school, but they still have school.
I don't have school.
Yeah, but like they only go like first, second, third on Tuesday and Thursday, and then fourth, fifth, and sixth Tuesday and Friday. And so technically Monday is a plan day right now. So they get it off, but they don't because they have busy work.
Ah, that's how they get around it. I was like, how do they get away with having them do school on...
A national
I think
holiday.
it closed, dude.
Well, they only got like, what was it, Thanksgiving Day and the day after off for Thanksgiving,
Yeah.
and almost the same thing for Christmas.
Yeah, and we didn't get spring break or fall.
Yeah,
break.
they didn't get spring break or fall break. Well, technically it's not spring yet, so you don't know if you'll get it or not.
No, we're not gonna get it.
You're not?
Gonna get it.
They already said. Okay.
Yeah, my school removed, but I'm in college, so they removed our spring break and tacked it onto Christmas. But then they were like, you know, we feel a little bit bad that you guys don't get any break, so we're just going to throw these 2 random days that aren't together into, like, random days. So we have a random Wednesday and a random Thursday off.
They couldn't even put it on a Friday or a Monday?
Because they don't want us to travel. But the thing is, most of us are just like, half of us are just like, we just wanted spring break for our mental health. Come on. Because the teachers don't have to follow those breaks that they're giving us.
Exactly.
They could still give us classes on those days.
Yeah, that's pretty much what she's like. She's like, I didn't get any breaks, I'm going to go to school like an extra 50 days more. And then because we're moving, like here they don't start school till September. And in Texas they start school in August. So she's going to get maybe a half a month break. Like when we're not moving.
Go me. Go me. Go me.
Go you.
Yeah. Oh, suck like a blue chip on a stick.
He says it's a floating holiday for us, so I think mail will deliver. We aren't USPS, but we are government holiday oriented. Nope, I'm wrong. No mail tomorrow from USPS. Bang! He says my mother would reply, which one? Probably to Jayce's question.
Huh?
Oh, I jumped. I'm trying to catch it. I don't know. See, we did research on. I'm not even going to try to say that.
Celiac disease.
Why does it have a? Why does it have an O in it then?
That is a letter combination that's a hang-on from old languages.
Yep.
I don't like it. I've never actually spelled out celiac disease, so I did not know that. Okay. I learned something new today. Thank you, CB. He says I just ate PB&J sandwich and scrolled aimlessly like the lost soul that I am. You are not a lost soul. Whatever. Hooray for alphabetizing by author. Dude, words. I still need to do that for my books. Aww. Darkwood says I've just been staring at my file. Tomorrow is just Monday here. Yeah, same for us. My mom's taking it off because it's her birthday, but that's really the only.
Well, Devon's in Canada, so
yeah.
That's not really a Canadian holiday.
Half of our holidays are just another day for other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Just the way it is. Each state can choose a school schedule, and each district can change it further. Yeah. Federal, state, county, city, HOA. Yeah. Voted locally. Yeah, but see, this wasn't voted by us parents to not give them breaks. This was not voted at all. They didn't ask. It just happened. CB says, I got it, but they said they tried to deliver it and I wasn't home, which is nonsense because we were and they didn't. So my support worker had to call the music shop and find out where they had to send it. That's crazy. They do that at my job all the time. They'll say that I haven't been there. And there's a huge sign on the door that says, if the door is locked, go to the warehouse. That's where she's at. Did they come to the warehouse? No. Did they call the cell phone number that's on there? No. They just say I'm not there. And so then when the corporate's like, well, you haven't had a package picked up in 2 months. It's like, well, if you tell them to go to the right door, then they might, actually get the shit. I don't know. No, I did not just move out of Texas. I moved out of Texas 10 years ago. Because Kira's about to be 14. So, yeah, 10 years ago. I just moved from Nebraska to Seattle. And I was supposed to move to Texas this summer, but with COVID, I couldn't. So, yeah. CB says, turns out they sent it to a shop down the road from me. I've never used them since and will never. See, I feel like that with FedEx. Oh, the question was, your child is high. So that would have been the, where is it? Which one? Probably. She's not old enough for me to say that, but yeah, that's probably what it'd be. That's the British spelling. I'm learning things from people today. I'm learning peoples today.
Learning people from things.
I'm learning people from things. I used to have my DVDs organized like that, by title, but then they all got stolen. The people who made the calls were voted in school schedule. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I wish I always lived in Texas. I wish we never moved from Texas, but I had to help my mommy. We're moving to north of Houston. So, not quite sure what area yet. Trying to stay around the Conroe area where I used to live. But I found some more properties yesterday, so who knows? They're not in Conroe. Definitely not in Conroe. Plumber gave the baby ghost their bottles. So, how much longer till the baby ghosts don't need bottles? That's what I'm curious.
I keep hearing baby ghosts.
Damn this southern accent. Do we want to do a 20 and go a little bit over, or do we want to just do a 10?
Is there anyone going right now?
Jules usually starts at 11.
Well, it's almost 2.
Okay, 11 my time. Don't pick on me. I don't have my YouTube website then now. I accidentally closed out of Devin's thing earlier, so I don't know. Little Forest Homes is sprinting because of the fair, and Jules will start at 11. That's all I see.
Do you see what I see?
Okay. Tell you what, let's do this. We'll just do a... Because Penumber's right, Jules starts in like 7 minutes. So we'll just do a 5-minute and get the timer down to it. And then that way everybody can jump over. Good thing we let her know. Jules, screen warning. Screen warning. You have 7 minutes.
Oh, God.
Strong tea. Send the nightmare to the little man. I remember the California raisins. I used to have the little figures of them. I love those. They had the TV show, and I had the little figurines, and it was awesome sauce. All right, so we'll get going in 3, 2, 1, go! I forgot to do the boom again. Boom!
Boom.
Well, at least we heard it.
It's a day of the no boom booms. The booms of no booms. Ah. I know I heard a honking, but I don't know if my kid has left. All right, so it is 11. Make sure you go over to Jules' stream or the Little Tomes. I'm not sure who else is streaming. That's the two I have on for me. I put my Twitch up there. Eventually, my Wednesdays will actually go to Twitch only. So if you'd like to follow me on there for Wednesday nights, as soon as I can figure out what I'm doing, other than just streaming, there are some things I want to do on there, gaming and other things. So let's go ahead and do the outros. We'll start with Kat.
I'm Kat. I attempt to write things. I do streaming things on Twitch because YouTube thinks I'm a minor. That's it. Just keep discovering I have sequels instead of first books. Great. This one I did read and did not know it was a sequel. Like, I thought it was a standalone.
And Jayce.
I am Jayce Maxwell. I'm an author of urban fantasy. I'm an editor for Rose City Editing. I do my Perfect Pancake Sim stream Tuesdays at 1 p.m. Eastern. I am one of the 3 parts of the Sims 4 3 play with Kat, myself, and Meadow Lamoureux on Wednesdays. On Thursdays, I run a Vampire the Masquerade stream at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. And on Saturdays, I do my productivity streams at 4 p.m. Eastern.
And on your birthday?
On my birthday, on my channel, we are doing karaoke, and that is going to be from 3 to 6 p.m. Eastern.
And that's on the 26th. So make sure y'all go and hit that reminder bell for that. See, we got 66 words in that 5 minutes. Awesome.
That's how tired I am. I said my birthday, and I just assumed everybody knew what my birthday was.
Well, you know, it is the most holiest of days, so it's fine. And if you haven't, the daily playlist, Devin has that for everyone. Go and check that out. All of my links are down below, as well as Jayce's, and I will add Kat's, and I will add our Twitches to that as well, because I do have a feeling we are at the beginning of everyone flooding over there. So if you don't have a Twitch, you should really get it, because a lot of people are starting to go over there, like Sage and myself and a couple other people. I just want to do it awesome sauce style, and so I'm learning the things first instead of just going head first and not knowing what I'm doing like I usually do. Because I want to eventually try to do the thing I've never done, which is game online and on screen too, like you guys do, and I feel stupid because I don't know how to do all that stuff. So, yep, Page Nomad, Kate C, yeah, there's a lot of people that are starting to go over there. So, the newest episode that was supposed to be out last Saturday for the Afterthought podcast will be out today, so make sure you go and check that out. Yes, Chloe is on Twitch as well. Zara, Moonbun, yeah. There's a lot of people, so make sure you go and click and find all the things. I stream every Sunday at noon Eastern, whatever time that equals for you. And Wednesday nights for the foreseeable future on YouTube and Twitch at 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm going to try to have my cover reveals, if the internet is still working today, out this week. So, but no promises because the internets are not liking me lately. So, they like this. They just don't like the editing side of this. I don't know why. All right. I think that's all. No, Devin, YouTube is alive and growing too. It's not because of you, Devin. It's not. I will still do YouTube stuff. Everyone is still doing YouTube stuff. It's just not only do we want to be everywhere, but I just think it's YouTube keeps screwing up the algorithm so much that we are beginning to like the Twitch. So, yep.
Unfortunately, people don't really show up at the Twitch like they do at the YouTube.
Yep, this is true. I'm one that I will go to both just to give them the time. So
Appreciate it. Well, I'm only on Twitch. Never mind. I mean, I still appreciate it, but
even if you get back to YouTube, I still will do both. Because I do that with like Jason and Chloe and all of them. So if you ever see the Unknown series and then you see me over on YouTube as well, they're both me. All right, guys. Till we meet next time. Happy writing. Happy life.